Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about what to do when your adult child makes choices that they regret. So we're talking big regrettable choices, and as a mom, I think we tend to internalize those and wonder, what did we do wrong? How did this happen? What could we have done differently? So we'll dive into that. But first, for those of you that are new here, my name is Sally Harris, and I help moms of defiant adult children. I help them create a plan with using strategies and techniques to help them create peace and hope back in their life again. So after this video, I will put a strategy call link below for you and I to be able to dive in to see what's going on with your adult child and how I can help. So to the topic, making these regrettable choices. So if you are dealing with that and you have a child who has made some major mistakes in life and are having to live with their choices, like I mentioned, you as a mom probably feel like, what could you have done differently? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I not do? Maybe you were blaming yourself because maybe you got divorced, or maybe you didn't get divorced. All of those types of things we kind of just put on ourselves. So I have 5 tips to talk about what you could do in that type of situation that really helps. So the first one is to offer them tough love. Goes back to this all the time, doesn't it? So the goal with tough love is to stop problematic behavior. It's not to be mean. And I think a lot of people get that confused because it hurts us, I think probably more than it hurts them. And so it's hard to actually follow through. But once you do it a few times, you'll realize that it's actually easier than sitting in all the stuff that you sit in when you're not doing it. So it stops problematic behavior, encourages positive growth and responsibility in your child. And again, it's not mean. It's actually quite the opposite. So number 2 is don't bail them out. We've talked about this many times, talking literally, if they end up in jail, to not bail them out, as well as not to hand over money. So the crisis doesn't need to be your crisis, because if you are a mom that has done things like that, as far as whether it's giving them money or so forth, the more intimately you get involved that way by giving, the crisis does sit on your shoulders. It's just comes with the territory. And that's what I'm trying to help moms alleviate, and hopefully not get there to begin with. But if you are there, then to help you get out of that pit, because that's really what it feels like, is the pit of despair. So number 3, I love this one, is don't be a one-topic parent. So let's say you have a child who has made some really poor choices in life, but you're still in communication. Maybe you're not enabling, but you are able to see each other once in a while. So maybe you do go to lunch, or maybe, whatever the case may be. If you're able to talk with them, if you're anything like me, your child already knows your opinions. They already know your thoughts on things. They know your opinions on what they've done. There's no need to tell them again. All that's going to do is put them deeper down into their own hole. I think that they know your values, right? So we need to talk about other things. So don't be that one topic parent where all you do is harp on them about what they've done wrong. They need other conversation, just normal life conversation. The weather, what they're eating, food, if they're working, how's the job, other relationships that they have, things like that. So just to not always harp on them for what they've done wrong. And I know you want to, because you want to understand why. Why are you doing this? How did this happen? Please tell me. And that's normal. But I highly recommend you don't do that. So number 4 is don't dump your own anger and frustration out on them. That's also hard to do, because you're holding it in, and especially if you don't have that support system with your spouse or your rest of your family or close friends, and that immediate circle of people that can help you through this, that are going to understand what you're going through. So you take your venting out on your friend, or vent with your friend, I should say, not with your child. So try to keep those separate is really crucial. And then number 5 is to find support for yourself. I feel like that's what we do as a last resort as moms. Like, we're always last. And it's interesting because a healthy parent has a much better chance of seeing their child change once they start taking care of themselves. It's not a guarantee. I mean, you and I both know that our child could be on a path. For me personally, when my daughter started on her path, I thought, oh, this is just something that's going to last a few months. I never in a million years thought 10 years later, here I am. Everyone's different. So the road's going to look different. So I can't make promises, obviously, but the moms that are willing to seek help, sometimes that is the turning point in the child's life. Obviously, if you're dealing with really complex issues with major depression, suicidal thoughts, things like that, you need to see a counselor. But if you're looking to create that boundaries plan, learn to stop enabling, all of those types of things, I would love to chat with you, and I'll put that link below for the free discovery call so we can talk about what's going on with your situation. So, all right, I hope you have a good evening, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.